Welcome to a new edition of Folks Talking Sports. I'm hoping it's working. There we go. Trying things on Instagram. Joining me is Willy Gibson from WGG Sports. Will knows. Let's see if it's working here on the IG. All right. There we go. Brother Gibson, how are you?
Good, sir. How about yourself?
Adjusting to technology, man. It's a struggle. We're
Well,
trying new things, but it's all good.
yes,
Uh,
sir.
so yes, this is episode 118. Thank you for those joining us again after I had a faux pas. I had to reschedule and cancel the first one because I messed up and scheduled the wrong time. But I was late a few minutes because I was watching the end of the Rockets Bucks game as the Rockets lost 128-119 on the road, ending their 5-game losing streak. I saw Dylan Brooks get ejected in the final seconds. Coach Doka got ejected right after him. They both did not like one of the officials. Let me see if I can get the referee's name here from the box score. But Brother Gibson, the Rockets play the Cavs Monday.
Tomorrow night. Yes, sir.
The banged up Cavs.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
What's not? You have All-Star guard Darius Garland fractured his jaw Thursday night, running into Kristaps Porzingis, and he's out approximately 4 weeks. And then also Evan Mobley is actually having surgery tomorrow morning, on a knee injury that he had to remove a loose body from his knee. 6 to 8 weeks is the projected recovery time for him. So missing two starters, Donovan Mitchell last night in the first game without those two had a career high 13 assists while beating Atlanta at home. So today was a practice day, and they were awaiting the Rockets on Monday night.
Tony, and thank you for your patience. The Rockets, now the referee name of the official is Suyash Mehta, number 82. I think he's one of the new officials. I'm not sure if he's a rookie this year, but he's a younger official.
Mm-hmm.
He initially called a flopping technical on Dylan Brooks. Dylan protested strongly and with some strong words. And Suyash said, "All right, you're out of here. One more time, you're gone." And then seconds later, Coach Udoka said, walked onto the court. You missed that call or whatever in other colorful language. So I said, and you're gone. So they added 4 more free throws. Dame missed one. He made 3 of the 4 to ice the game. Fred VanVleet made a 3 for the final points in the ball game. But the Rockets shot 53% from the floor well and lost.
Wow.
Scored 119 and lost.
Yeah.
Dame had 39 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds. Giannis had 26 points, 17 rebounds. Chris Middleton had 20 points. Brook Lopez had 18 points. Like I said, 7 guys scored in double digits. Fred had 22. Şengün had 20. Dylan had 18. Jabari and Jalen and Uncle Jeff each had 16. And Tari had 11. Offense was the problem. Here's a stat for you, Will. Got to watch this for Monday's game against the Cavs.
Yep.
Bucks outscored the Rockets 22-5 in second chance points.
Wow.
22-5 in a 9-point game.
That's great information, but the biggest question I have is, did Giannis get the game ball? I kid.
What are your thoughts on that whole deal?
Man, I get it. I understand it's a team record, great accomplishment. You want to score 64, but Oscar Sheboy, this is his first NBA point. I mean, people say the Pacers are being petty. They took the game ball because they want Giannis to get it for. I mean, Giannis could have scored 67 tonight and had a new team record. Then what? So he has that game ball. So the game ball from the other night is obsolete now because he scored 65 or 67 or whatever. You only score your first NBA point once.
Right.
So for me, it's like, man, come on. Giannis, come on.
You only get it one chance to make a first impression.
Yeah.
But Giannis, and what do you think he's becoming more Well, no, less likable as he's played more in the NBA.
I think so. And to further that, I don't think it's coincidental that the Pacers signed James Johnson the next day.
the baddest,
So,
the baddest dude in the NBA, man.
yeah. So you come in the locker room if you want to. Nah, yeah. So, but yeah, Giannis. I mean, yeah, Giannis. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. And even Dame. If you saw Dame post game, it was kind of like, yeah, I kind of was wondering what was going on, but yeah, that's not a good look. And then to have your brother, and I won't get started on this. Nah, I'll stop there. Yeah.
Go ahead, Will. Let's folks talking sports, man. We keep it real here. Tony knows.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
audience knows. We keep it real.
his brother. I mean, what other? Truthfully, he's holding a roster spot.
Yes.
I mean, so he's holding a roster spot.
And he got in. He got in tonight's game last. What I think 13 seconds.
Well, there you go. The point made. But to have your brother go in the locker room with you, it's like, come on, man. I mean, I understand you make your superstar comfortable, in Cleveland, LeBron had his guys. They weren't on the roster, but they were in the organization. But to have a roster spot, I mean, that's God bless the owners of the Bucks, of which Browns owner Jimmy Haslam is now part of that ownership group. It's interestingly enough. So, yeah.
And speaking of the Browns, don't they play a Houston team soon?
Christmas Eve next Sunday. Yeah, they'll be in NRG. To play the Texans. Off of a 20-17 win today at home over the Bears. So yeah, they're 9-5. I think Houston went to there where they
8-6.
8-6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
they beat the fake Oilers, right, Tony? They beat the fake Oilers.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. That was disrespectful too. Wearing the Love Your Blues against the Oilers, like that's
petty. That was the highest level of pettiness right there. So that's what all of us in H-Town referring to them as the fake Oilers. And as Oiler fans know, true Oiler fans from Houston know, the way they lost today's game is typical Oiler fashion. Blew a big lead, lost to an undermanned team, was dealing with injuries. Y'all the Oilers, you wear the uniforms, that Oiler negativity, it travels. So 19-16, losing a 54-yard field goal in overtime, take that L and be gone with you. So no love lost there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to the point that Mike Vrabel came in wearing a cowboy hat, channeling his inner Bum Phillips, I guess. I don't know. That was wild.
Well, maybe he'll say after the game, next year we knocked on the door this year, we'll kick it down next year.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, Bum said that and didn't work for him either in Houston. So take the L, Tennessee fans or fake Oiler fans or whatever y'all in ownership want to claim out there, whatever. Be gone with you. Mr. Gibson.
Yes, sir.
You live in Ohio.
I do.
You are an alum, the Ohio State alum.
I am.
Part of the Big Two in college athletics.
Yep.
Have you heard any discussions, these rumors, internet people who are pushing some narrative of a Big 12 ACC merger? I don't even know what to call it, Pac-2 merger or something.
I haven't heard that one. I've heard some other things, but I can honestly say I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, a certain person, Tony, I don't know if you follow, busy on Musk, but this person is putting stuff out there from his sources. Sources. Basically, it's like a 32. Last I read, and I'm not even sure how he comes up on my feed because I don't follow him. So I don't know why I keep seeing stuff from this person.
Yeah.
Basically, this merger is like a 32-team merger. That's not a conference, Will.
No.
Okay, don't call it a conference. 32 teams, and it's last thing was like private equity people gonna get involved for the money and the economics. And give me a break. I mean, a 32-team conference.
No.
Basically that's 2 16-team conferences, which is bad enough. Going 16 deep. To be equivalent to the Power 2. It's not the same thing. Unless the money's the same from someone fall from the sky, from a, dare I say, Saudi investors. I don't know where the money's going to come from to be equivalent to the Big Ten and the SEC. But other than that, see, these are pipe dreams.
Yep.
And folks just feeding into this person and these posts.
Who's the person? I'm not familiar.
Don. I'm not even going to say the person's name.
I'm
not going to say the person's name.
All right.
You know, you say enough, post enough stuff, and sometimes you're right.
Yeah.
Folks I trust haven't even. I probably spend more time on that topic than I should have. but anyhow, there is some news though.
Yeah.
With the SEC, the big boys, one of the two powerhouses in college football.
Mm-hmm.
With their announcement of their plans to have their football media days, 4 days, coming to Dallas in July next year, 2024, and I think 2025. Brett McMurphy, Action Sports Network, posted that due to scheduling conflicts, that the Big 12 is going to have their football media day in Vegas in July. I'm all for that. I think it's great because Tony M, folks watching, I've already got in my mind Coach Prime in Vegas. Just enjoy it up big, man.
Enjoy that 117 in July. You have that.
I did. Well, I didn't enjoy it. That humidity it wore me out, man. It beat me to the ground, man.
Right.
It was rough. Yeah. But from a media perspective, Coach Prime in Vegas, a lot of media, he'll get some attention there because apparently he's dominating. Colorado is dominating the transfer portal.
Oh, Mr. they Gibson. Are. Oh, have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes, they are.
I'm like, so good for them.
Yeah.
They're getting players from other power programs. And I wonder what is the selling point, a real talk on it. Is Coach Prime saying, especially, I know it is to the O-lineman who transferred or signed with Colorado.
Yeah.
Man, do you see what we had this year? You come in and start for us on offensive line, man. You can block technique. Come join us.
Yep.
But everybody else, well, Coach, y'all went 4-8. You know, I mean, I like you and all, but y'all did go 4-8, Coach.
I don't about that.
You know, what is it about from a young man perspective?
The bag.
Coach Creme says they don't do that, Will. They don't do NIL over there. They don't pay players.
No. What he said was, I'm not an ATM. I'm not going to let you take advantage of me. But yeah, I mean, in the interest of full disclosure, he doesn't like NIL. He's on record. He hates NIL, but he understands it's a tool to get where he wants to be. The young man that he talked about in that clip, reports are the young man's people tried to shake him, and Coach Prime wasn't going for it, so he told him to get the heck on. But I mean, at this point, everybody in NIL, they should get on the train and get it run over by the train. While he doesn't like it, I mean, it's a means to an end at this point, a tool in the toolbox, if you will.
Yes, it's reality.
Yeah.
You know, the coaches who are set in their ways and old school to the core, to their bones, who refuse to acknowledge it or deal with this reality, they will get left behind eventually. It's just going to happen if they haven't been already, or they're going to retire. You know, whatever. You have, or you're going to get fired,
or you don't like the transfer portal, Dabo Swinney. Oops.
Oh, sorry about that. Or you get fired, you know, for going, where'd they go? I forgot the record. You know, with a huge buyout left in your contract. Oh, my bad there. Oh, I'm sorry. Tony M's favorite coach, you know, who's no longer here, who's been replaced by a head coach who everybody seems to love. Mr. Gibson.
Right. Yes, sir.
This Wednesday is an important day in college sports.
Yes.
Why is it important?
It's National Signing Day for college football players. So all high school players that are committed, and then that's all it is at this point, is committed. I can commit to the University of Houston today, commit to the University of Missouri tomorrow, commit to the University of Oklahoma on Tuesday. But then I can sign with the Ohio State University on Wednesday. So all commits right now are just that. It's the word. I'm saying I'm coming to your school. But Wednesday is signing day. Wednesday today, you sign your national letter of intent that is binding you to that university.
Are you expecting good things, big news from the Buckeyes on Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely. Their commits are pretty solid. They're right now the number one wide receiver in the country, Jeremiah Smith out of Florida. 3 running backs, one from Texas, one from Ohio. I think the other one's from Miami. Their class is pretty solid. Their class is pretty solid right now. So yeah, I'm expecting status quo from the Buckeyes on Wednesday.
Do you remember off top of your head, what is their number of commits they have so far?
No. I can look it up real quick. I'm fresh off the Browns win.
But I'm pretty sure it's more than 9, right?
Yes.
Because that is what he who will not be named any further left Houston with, was 9 commitments.
Wow.
And was the final nail in the coffin, according to President Couture. Signing high school recruiting, signing is an indication of the future, of promise of what's to come, talent to come to the university and to give fans hope. And when Dana said that, when that man said the ship had sailed on the class of 24, President Couture said, yeah, that's when she said, this is it.
23 commits, number 2 in the country, 23 commits.
23. Okay, I'm going down according to 247sports.com. Big 12 teams. Texas Tech has 22 commits, going down 1 through currently 16 until the Hornets Sooners leave. UCF at 19. This is their rankings, but I'm just going to give the number of commits for the schools, for the programs.
Oh.
TCU, 22. Cincinnati, 22. Kansas, 16. Arizona State, 19. West Virginia, 19. Arizona, 17. This is not transfers, okay? That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, 10. Used to be 8. Iowa State, and even those 10, they're now 9th ranked in the conference. They used to be at the bottom of Houston with their commits. Now they're 9th. It's the middle of the pack. Iowa State, 19. Oklahoma State, 15. Utah, 14. Kansas State, 13. BYU, 17. Baylor, 14. Last and least, and heck, I might have lost one because now it's back to 8. It's Houston.
Wow.
And I swear earlier today it was 9. So I'm not sure what happened. But transfer portal coach Fitz is having some better work with the transfers. Got to think so far, I think one player from Tulane has decided to join Coach Fritz and Houston. As we kind of hinted at 2 weeks ago, what happened without saying so.
Yep.
But we'll see what the Cougs do, what Coach Fritz does. I know he's being active as much as possible since he was hired not too long ago to get high school kids to sign on Wednesday. We'll see if it happens on Wednesday. The future is brighter for the program with him in charge, trying to put his staff together. Defensive line coach Brian Early was shown the door. And then Tulane was supposed to bring in their defense coordinator. He decided to stay at Tulane. So Coach Fritz called Coach Early and said, yeah, Coach Early, can you come back? Yes, Coach, I would not. I'd love to come back. I love it. So now,
Coach Fritz was like, man, you know I was just playing.
I was just playing. Yeah.
You know how I'll be playing with you, bro.
You know, that wasn't really me. That wasn't my call. You know, we were just kidding with you, man. You know, we were just trying to,
Stop. Quit tripping. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man. You know, we were just playing. Yeah.
Right.
Brother Gibson. Mm-hmm. I'm going to shift gears. Thrillo, how you? Oh, Thrillo, my man, Big Thrillo from Texas Southern University.
What up, Thrillo?
If you don't mind, I think Thrillo, you follow the FTS account on IG. Just go over there and check it out because it's brand new. Does not look like we have anybody watching on IG. And that's okay. Like I said, this is brand new. Streaming live on Instagram via StreamYard is like 2 days old for us. But this is just another way to expand the reach and expand the audience. So going forward and into the next year, the new year, we're going to be out there. And of course, we're still looking for advertisers, sponsors for FTS and the lunch break. So don't be shy, because we keep it real here on FTS. Brother Gibson, the Houston Cougars women's basketball team was 8-1 going into today.
Okay.
They won. They found a way to win on Thursday in San Antonio over UTSA.
Okay.
Had a big lead Thursday by, I think, 20 at halftime. Won by 3 or 4. They won. Okay. They struggled to make shots in the second half, but they held on to win. So improved to 8-1.
Okay.
Went to Pullman today against Washington State. I think State was 10-1, something like that. Pac-12 program. They were ranked in the top 25 before losing to rival Washington last Sunday. So I think they fell out of the top 25.
Okay.
What do you think the final score was, Brother Gibson?
Oh, bro.
Tony M. Drillo?
The way you building it up, I don't want to say. I don't know. I'll defer. I don't know.
Tony M. Type in a prediction. I'm gonna try to buy some time. If I had the Jeopardy theme music, see if anybody types in a prediction of a score. If you haven't already seen it, because I have posted it on Threads and other places. But what do you think the final score of the Battle of the Cougars, the Houston Cougars versus the Washington State Cougars, women's hoops action today in Pullman, Washington? Y'all got like 15 seconds. Obviously, a key that I've indicated so far was Houston was 8-1 coming into the game.
Right.
And they're not 9-1. Okay. So they are now 8-2. The final score, Willy Gibson.
Yes, sir.
95-48.
Wow. See, and I was going to say something like 80-30 just to be funny. And that's why I stopped. Like, nah, let me just wait. What?
95-48.
Wow.
And they were tied, if I remember right, at 16.
So, all right, that's 40. They almost doubled them up. That's 47. Wow. No belts given out today, huh?
Nope. Yeah. They're only going to give out belts for home games. I learned that at the last home game.
Okay. Wow.
Because those belts are heavy. I've been told those belts are heavy. But yes, final score, 95-48.
Wow.
Coach Hughey post-game is on the Houston Athletics YouTube channel. He did a Zoom call with me and Brad Lake, the two of us. This is the first time he's done a Zoom call for a road game this season. It's a sign of what he will be doing in conference play for Big 12. So they're moving forward with the technology. So the post game is on the YouTube channel. You can hear him answering our questions. So kudos for him doing that. Because I had some doubts. I'm like, they got matched by 47. It's a road game. Coach may say, tell Kris and then we got a plane to catch. So we're not doing it. But nope. He sat down after talking to the team and asked them what happened, what went wrong. And he was even keel about it. The team admitted they did not play up to their standards. They did not accept the challenge. They did not execute the game plan. So they said the right thing to him. He said the right things to us. But, Brother Gibson, you know where I'm going.
I do.
Tony, you know where I'm going. Thrillo, you know where I'm going. They're 8-2. Their 2 losses have been to their 2 toughest opponents on the schedule so far. The combined defeats of those 2 losses is 72 points. They lost by 25 to Middle Tennessee at home.
Wow.
And then 47 today at Washington State. Big 12, as he has said, he said to us after a practice, winter is coming. Big 12 is coming.
I would say so.
Their last non-conference game this Wednesday against Rice. City rival Rice.
I'm
looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a 1 o'clock start because of holidays, so it may not be a huge crowd. You know, students won't be there because students have gone home, most of them, you know, be with their families for the holidays.
Sure.
So I'm not expecting a big turnout. Be nice, though, because it is 2 Houston area teams. But I'll be there, most likely. They got to win that game. Well, they got to win that game. Rice is, I think, 6-4 now, something like that. After they matched Prairie View Saturday at home. Prairie View's roughly 100 miles up the road.
Mm-hmm.
They got to win that game. Rice is still a quality opponent. They are not this year. They've dealt with some injuries. They aren't yet, still trying to get everybody back healthy. Adjusting to new players. They're not Washington State. They're not that good. They're probably on Middle Tennessee level. But the Cougs need to beat Rice on Wednesday. They need to. In front of the AD, in front of that person who keeps Hughey around, who's always sitting there courtside. Because if they lose to Rice, in my opinion, it does not bode well for Big 12 play. Because then it would be 3 losses to Big 12 caliber teams at a minimum before you get to the Big 12. Well, this year Baylor's rolling. Baylor's like back to Baylor under Coach Mulkey. They're beating top 25 teams, not top 10, top 15 teams now. They're mashing folks. The Longhorns are still in the Big 12. They're mashing folks. Kansas rolling through. Women's basketball, yes. In Rice, in women's hoops, yes. That is a rivalry, yes. The football players, administrators, fans, yes. Certain folks at UH, no. They just don't like losing to Rice. They believe Rice is beneath them when it comes to athletics. You can't lose to Rice. Rice, they're just a bunch of nerds. You can't lose to Rice. Oh, no. So when the football team lost to Rice, that's when alarms started ringing. What? Oh, what? And trail 28 zip to Rice. What is this man doing? So that's when folks' eyes opened up. Maybe Kris and other folks were right about this man. Maybe he's not the right man for the job. So,
yeah.
But Wednesday afternoon, women's basketball at Fertitta Center, the Cougs got to find a way. Doesn't matter if it's by 1 point, Will.
No.
Doesn't matter if it's pretty, ugly, whatever. They need to get that W. Because right now, them and Cincinnati are probably the 2 lowest ranked Big 12 teams in the net. Today's loss, it's a road game, so that may not penalize them too much, but it's 47 points. So that might hurt. The Cougars were teetering around 100 in the net prior to today. So I'm kind of curious to see what they will be tomorrow in the net after this loss on the road. What are you going to say?
And then it's Coach Merriweather's first year at UC, right?
Yes.
And didn't Charlie Creme have them in his bracketology? Had them?
Oh, no. Let me see here. There were 7 Big 12 teams in and 7 out. And Houston and Cincinnati, I believe, were among the 7 who were out.
Okay, Cincinnati was out. Okay.
Yeah.
But in comparison, though, this is Coach Merriweather's first year.
Yes, not 10th.
That you said that. I didn't say that.
Yes. Remember, Thrillo, this is Coach Hughey's 10th season at Houston. Same time as Coach Sampson. Did that before. Some folks don't seem to understand what I mean by that. They've both been here 10 years. But yes, according to ESPN's Charlie Creme, women's hoops bracketologist, Big 12 teams out of his Tuesday the 12th bracket: BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas, Oklahoma State, and UCF. So 4 of those 7 are newcomers: BYU, Cincinnati, UH, and UCF.
Mm-hmm.
And UCF and BYU have winning records. They all have winning records. They just haven't beat anybody, of quality, which is a problem. And Thrillo, you are correct in this as well about Coach Carter at Texas. Coach Sidney Carter. The Longhorns come to Fertitta Center on Valentine's Day night, February 14th.
Oh, I can only imagine. I'll leave that.
Yeah. I'm not really sure why I have that date already known in my head.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Thriller, why do you think I knew that date? I already knew that date. Why do you think I knew
off
that
the
already?
top, huh? Yeah, just
off the top of my shiny dome. Just happened to know that date was already there. Yeah.
And it came up when he mentioned Coach Carter. I'm just saying.
He brought it up.
Hey.
I didn't say it. I just responded to Thrillo's statement here.
Oh, wow.
Watching us on Houston Roundball View YouTube channel as episode 118 of Folks Talking Sports, streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and IG.
Y'all some wild boys. Y'all some wild boys in Texas. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Thrillo saying, I know why. I won't forget myself. But see, I'm kind of curious because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many men.
What? You already know.
Married, men who are in couples, part of a couple.
Fair enough.
How are you going to spin that and say, yes, dear, I have this. I really want to see Houston women's basketball play. Haven't seen them all. Have not seen them play all season.
Right.
I've heard good things about them. But tonight, I want to go see the Longhorns and Cougars play.
Yeah.
But dear, it's Valentine's Day. Aren't we going out to eat? Aren't we going to? But honey, I love you.
Right.
I just want us to spend time together at a women's basketball game. Yeah. I want to show you my softer side as I support women and women's athletes. That's what this is more for you, honey, than it is for me.
Shoveling it. Yeah.
Thrillo, does that work? Does that spin work? Would that work with any of the ladies out there? Yes, honey. I'm becoming more and more a fan of women's sports. So to show my support for women's sports, I really would like to see a women's basketball game on February 14th.
Tonight. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm not even sure who Houston is playing. I just know they're playing on February 14th.
Not sure who they're playing.
I'm not on it. And I'm sure being a smart woman, really? Yeah. Really? Let me see who they're playing. Yeah. Oh, they're playing Texas.
Coach Big Schaefer. Coach
Schaefer, who's from Houston. He's from Houston, so he's a Houston area. He went to high school in Houston.
Let me help you out.
Go to the game, then Frenchie's after it, showing true love.
Wow.
Because, and you got to be smart about it, fellas. Or, or real talk, some ladies. I'm an open-minded man now.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But I'm just saying, don't bring it up. Don't let your partner find out the real reason why you want to go to the game until y'all get to the game. Because once she's there, it's on her. She might give you dirty looks the whole game. Who's that over there on the bench? Why is he dressed like that? That's why you want to come to the game. I thought you wanted to come see women's basketball. I thought you would support. Oh, I see how you are. Okay. So I better have a gift in your pocket. So I'm ready to go to hand out a big fat ring, something to make it work.
That's wild. That's wild.
But in all seriousness,
Oh, you serious this then? But no, go ahead.
I've known Sydney since she played at A&M. Okay, so, and that's going back to the championship they won in 2011. So she was there like around 2008. So I've known her for a long time. Wow, that's 15 years now. My goodness gracious. Wow. But yes. And see, Thrillo, he worded it much better than I did. Some ladies admire talent too. See?
That's interesting. Y'all wow. That's all I'm saying.
That is accurate. That is accurate. Sydney does have Thrillo, Will, audience. She does have aspirations to become a head coach. Okay. I know that for a fact because she told me so. All right. Like I said, we can go back a long way. So she told me she wants to be a head coach. She wants it known that the duties that she has at Texas are more than just being like the title is like ops, whatever. She's more than that. She does perform some coaching duties. Coach Schaefer gives her more responsibilities than people realize. So she does want to become a head coach. She's not ready to be a head coach, in my opinion, right now. But in due time, see, Thrillo being real. See, Will, he wanted to get the TSU job last year.
Okay.
So she needs probably alums and administrations needs to rise up the staff ladder a little bit, like be lead assistant, coach, those kind of things to show on the resume that you're getting experience as a coach and not just other things. And then in due time, move over to that Thrillo. See a TSU alum coming strong tonight on the show on FTS. I'm ready to show my support. Coach Skeet and TSU women, her second year there, I think they won twice this season. I think, and their next game is tomorrow. I think they have a game tomorrow at home on campus of Texas Southern. See where this conference is going, Will? All because Thrillo brought up Coach Carter at Texas. See, it's on him. It's on him. It's on him. But this also lets everybody know we talk sports. We talk women's sports.
Yep. Yeah.
The Caitlin Clark economy is rolling strong in Iowa. Fans coming in, packing to see Iowa play wherever they go.
But she sold out. She sold out the Schottenstein Center here at Ohio State in like 18 minutes. And tickets. Let me ask you this first. I'm off subject somewhat. What's a ticket for a UA's women's basketball game? What's the cost?
You know what? I don't even know, but it can't be more than $10.
Okay.
I'll be shocked.
Okay. Because actually two things. Tomorrow, Ohio State hosts number 2 UCLA at the Schottenstein Center.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The Bruins of UCLA, Lady Bruins of UCLA, will be in Columbus to play the 12th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. But I bring that up because January 21st, it's a Sunday, I was in town. Again, clearly sold out. Caitlin Clark. Tickets, face value, Ohio State women's basketball ticket is $19.50.
Okay.
So the arena sold out. Schottenstein Center seats for one. I'll get that number in a second because I don't want to misquote it. But it was sold out.
Okay.
$19.50 face value ticket. On the secondary market for the Iowa game, Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m., January 21st. Secondary market, tickets were as high as $125. $125.
And that's for a women's college basketball game.
Correct.
And
let me correct. Because $125 is subjective. $125. Just in case somebody's like, $125? $1? No. Because there were some tickets at a Carolina Panthers football game today were 75 cents. because nobody wants to see that. And they won, but that's another story. But no, $125 for a women's basketball game. Yep.
I mean, I'm trying to look up the price for the tickets to women's basketball games so I can find it. Okay. But I know it's not. It definitely is not 125.
So man, it's not 125.
I know that. So
yeah, it's not 125 for any other game that the women Lady Buckeyes play. It was just the Caitlin Clark effect.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And I was thinking about this because of Saturday's Rice Prairie View women's game. It was 2:00 at Rice. The announced attendance based on the box score was like 730, 750.
Mm-hmm.
That for a Houston area women's hoops, that's decent.
Okay.
But for big time basketball, women's basketball, as everyone says, women's hoops, women's sports, volleyball is leading the way. Women's basketball is leading the way. It's growing in popularity. It ain't here in Houston. I'm hoping some young lady is, hey, Mark Minitrea went to school with him long time ago. Some young lady's like 12 years old, best player in the world is in Houston right now and decides to go to college and hoop at one of the Houston area colleges to generate interest and spark, that national fire to get people excited about Houston women's basketball. I mean by Houston, I mean Rice, UH, TSU, all of it. Mm-hmm. Because 700 folks come see a women's game. People in Iowa will be like, is that all? I mean, okay, is that what that for the one section over here, 700? What is that? We sell all our games.
Yeah, they sold out their season ticket package at Iowa. The entire season is sold out.
With the quickness.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's right, Windsor Village back in the day. So yeah, I hope that happens at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I might be dead before it ever happens, if it ever happens for women's basketball here in Houston. Oh, speaking of that, we're going all over the place here on Folks Talking Sports. Saturday, doubleheader at Toyota Center. Longhorns, LSU, first game. Men's hoops.
Okay.
Cougars, Aggies for the second game. Cougars won by 4. Led by as much as 21 in the second half before Aggies guard Wade Taylor IV just went off. Young man made just some tough-ass threes. Tough, well-defended threes.
Wow.
5 threes. Scored 34 points.
Ooh.
Most in the second half. He tied the game up. Coogs came through down the stretch with a clutch three from their sophomore, Emmanuel Sharp. And they won by 4. Good win. Coogs have, for folks who don't realize this, they now have 4 Q1 wins.
Mm.
Only one team has more Q1 wins than the Cougs men's hoops does. Who is that, Will?
Only one. UConn.
Nope.
Kansas?
Nope. And they played
Arizona.
Nope. They beat Arizona yesterday. Or Friday. Was it Friday?
Purdue?
Purdue has 5. Wow. 5 Q1 wins.
Wow, that's good to know. Okay. Thank you.
So for the folks who say, oh my gosh, who have the Cougs played? They have 4 quadrant 1 wins out of their 11. Purdue has 5. The Cougs have the second most Q1 wins in men's hoops. And that's before Big 12 play. Grillo, Mark, where they're going to get a whole lot more opportunities to get Q1 and Q2 wins in the Big 12.
And Houston beat A&M by 4, you said?
Yes.
All right, that's interesting. I asked that because I want to make sure. A&M came to Columbus and beat Ohio State by 7. It was their only loss before they walked through Penn State last week. But yeah, Texas A&M beat Ohio State 73-66 about a month ago. Yeah, a month ago.
But Wade Taylor IV, he had a hell of a week. Last Sunday from 3 against Memphis at home, College Station, 0 for 9 from 3.
Oh.
Saturday against the Cougars, 6 for 12.
Got to do it.
5 in the second half. And I mean, some of them were deep. Some of them were hands in the face. You just get in the zone, and there's nothing you can do.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's part of college basketball. Come tournament time. It's not a series, as y'all know. As you know, folks watching us know on Twitter, Musk, Instagram, and YouTube. One player get hot. You be the best team all season long. But you go cold from the foul line, go cold from the floor, whatever, and that opponent, young fella gets in that zone, goes for 40, 35, take that L, and your season's over just like that. You could face that same team 80 times.
Yep.
Beat them 75 times, 79 times. But that one time in the tournament, young man went hot and got hot, and you lost the ball game.
Ask Purdue about that, being a 1 seed, losing to 16 last year in Columbus. Shade.
And even no shade, because it's a fact. I was going with this comment. They have 5 Q1 wins, best big man in the country. Yeah. How many people? Honestly, how many folks at Purdue fans, will still pick them to win it all this season?
Oh, well, I thought about you. I saw something. Was it the net? This whoever's in the top 5 as of December 15th.
It's no. It's
pretty much win the national championship or something like that.
AP poll, yeah. AP poll, week 6. AP poll, the top. If you're ranked in the top 12, chances are the champion comes to that top 12 for week 6.
Okay. I knew it was something to the other effect. Yeah.
I saw that on in a couple places, but yeah, for the last 10, 20 years, the champion more times than not has come from, you're looking back at all the polls, weekly polls. Week 6 has been the best indicator, the leading indicator of the champ. The champ has come from 1 through 12 more times than not in week 6.
Okay.
But even with that, because Purdue's been part of that 12, was in that 12 week 6.
Oh.
How many folks do you still think will pick Purdue to win it all once tournament time starts?
A lot.
You think so?
A lot. You gotta remember, I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Ohio. So yeah, here, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Are you one of those?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I've seen Purdue. I saw Ohio State last year at their almost worst, really come within a bad call of beating Purdue at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in Columbus, as I just mentioned, I saw the number 1 seed Purdue lose to a 16 seed in the first round. So, no. And is Matt Painter still the coach at Purdue?
He is.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Understood.
Hey, as I was just asking, as people say. Yeah.
Some folks say, yep. But also, some sad news. Houston's Terrance Arceneaux tore his right Achilles in the first half yesterday. He hopped off the floor during a play because he knew something was wrong. No one was around him. None of us were looking at him until he began hopping off the floor. Because that's when the ref stopped play. He went to the bench, and then moments later he was helped back to the locker room and put no weight on that leg at all. Non-contact. Most of us thought, yeah, it's not good. And then I posted a picture of him with the boot on the right foot. And then after the game, Coach Sampson said that Terrance had torn his Achilles, and he's out for the season. So Ramon Walker Jr. is going to have to step up. Ramon was a key contributor 2 years ago when he was a freshman. He's got to go back to that freshman mentality and help the Cougs. He can do it. Mm-hmm. He's being challenged to do it. I think he's up to the challenge, and we'll see. probably won't be much of a challenge this Thursday against Texas State. But once Big 12 competition begins, he better be ready. I don't know about this comment from Thrillo here, but talking about Zach Edey. Their big man, to me, lacks high hoops IQ.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I don't. No, Purdue success, like teams with big people or stars, it comes down to role players.
Yep.
Zach can get 30 almost anytime he wants.
Yep.
But he cannot score all the points. So he's going to need his guards to hit their open shots, make their threes, not turn it over. I mean, hell, they lost to Northwestern, 2 weeks ago?
Last week. Yeah.
It wasn't long ago.
Yeah.
And Northwestern lost to Chicago State, 3 days ago? Something like that. So
yep.
Star players, big men win because of their teammates.
Correct.
I'm going to toss a rock at my I'm going to use the word sorry ass Pistons, who've lost like 8,000 games in a row.
Even the Spurs won a game the other night.
Even the Spurs and the Wizards won the same night. The Spurs beat the Lakers. Who was it? LeBron, AD did not play that game.
Everybody but LeBron sat out.
Yeah.
Literally.
And the Spurs scored like 135, something like that. I mean, put up it. 135.
Yeah.
Wemby scored 13.
Yep.
Okay? 13. But the Spurs won. Wemby's put up better numbers during the losing streak.
He had 30 2 nights before when they lost to the Lakers.
When they lost. So I'm saying teams win and lose. Wemby is a hell of a talent. Chet Holmgren's putting up better numbers and winning because he has a better team around him.
Yep.
Right?
True.
So we can always talk about, why? What about Wemby this? Or star that? Teams win as great as you and I know, as folks crowned Michael Jordan for years before he won one chip.
Yeah.
He won rings because of his teammates getting better.
Thank you. Say that.
Because of Scottie Pippen getting better. Scottie Pippen overcame his migraines. Horace Grant getting better. That's why he won chips. Akeem won chips two times here because his teammates around him got better and he began to trust them to make key shots. That's why stars win. Ain't no star in a team sport winning by himself or herself.
Nope.
Don't care who it is. So we'll see.
I just thought about something. You said the Spurs just won the other night, right?
Yes.
So they have 4 wins.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. They beat the Lakers. They beat Phoenix twice. And who else? Who's the fourth one?
The Rockets.
Who else?
The Rockets.
Yep. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So yes, they and the Wizards have 2 more wins more than Detroit.
Was it 23 in a row for Detroit?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. They're now 2-24.
Wow.
A change is coming. But first things first, their mentality has to change. Their defense is off. They could not stop us. They couldn't stop me, you, Thriller, and Mark.
So
right now.
What's the deal with Jaden Ivey? Speaking of Purdue.
He's part of it. His defense is trash.
Okay.
His one-on-one defense. I don't know. I'm not at practice. But their pick and roll defense, their perimeter defense is some of the most clueless I have seen in my life watching hoops.
Okay.
They seem to have no idea what they're doing. They cannot keep people out of the paint. And first things first, if you can keep the ball out the paint, you're going to lose because everybody collapses around you. You leave it open for the perimeter shooters. That's why teams are killing them from 3-point shots. They're getting wide open shots because Detroit guard, and I include Marcus Sasser in this too. Marcus looking like he had no idea what he's doing, like he's drunk the water from Kate Cunningham. You and that as well. All of y'all stink when it comes to keeping the ball handler out of the paint. Every last one of y'all on the perimeter. All of y'all stink, suck, whatever you want to say. All of y'all. Thrillo. The only way Monty doesn't make it through the season is if he quits. He just got there, making $12 million a year.
He got 13 million reasons not to quit.
He ain't going nowhere, man.
He all right.
Wait. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
Now, GM, who Troy Weaver he signed an extension last summer, I think. Maybe, but their personnel, their coaching is taking a problem, and taking a hit. But pride. Well,
yeah.
Keep your man in front of you.
Yep.
That's where it starts. Don't look around for your help from your teammates. Keep the ball handler in front of you.
It's basketball 101. Defense 101. Yeah.
Yes. What's your prediction as we wrap it up in this episode 118 of FTS Monday night? Rockets at the Cavs.
I knew it. I knew that's what you were about to ask me. I'm covering the game, man. I don't know. I can't make a prediction. That's what they say, right? I'm covering the game. I can't make a call. I know.
Not betting, so.
I know. What? No, I'm not. Man, it's
Rockets coming off,
second game back to back.
Yep.
But without Mobley and Garland, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna call it. Cavs are gonna win. JB Bickerstaff's gonna get his guys together. Rockets coming off a back to back. I'll call the Cavs a win.
What's the Cavs record?
Cavs are 14 and man, this is a Cleveland Browns Sunday for me, bro. I don't know anything off the top of my head. Browns. I got like Browns on my head right now. So right now, with the win last night over the Hawks, the Cavs are, as I try to stall, they are right now.
All right, I see Thriller chimed in to let me know he joined on IG. So yep, excellent. So it does happen. It does look good. All right, good deal. Cool.
So standings.
Thriller says 14 and 12.
Yep.
Cavs 14 and 12.
I knew it was. I couldn't remember the loss. I knew it was 14. Yep, 14 and 12.
So the Rockets are 13 and 10. Cavs 14 and 12.
With some bad losses. Bad losses in there. Portland being the top. At home, losing to Portland.
Well, so did Detroit. And that's what started the fall for the Pistons right there.
Wow.
They had an 18-point lead against Portland in Detroit, I think at halftime, and lost.
Okay.
And they have not recovered from that, blowing that loss right there.
Well, Chauncey went back to Detroit, wanted to send a message.
So they have not been the same since. But oh well. At some point, I don't believe they'll go 2-80.
No.
So at some point they'll win again. I doubt it's going to be this month though. but so could you imagine 2 straight months without a win?
Man. No, I couldn't.
But this calendar year, Detroit's won 4 games.
Oh.
From January to now, they won, I think that's right, 4 games.
That's a week for somebody.
Yes.
No, 52.
Different head coaches, 2 different head coaches, but they won 4 games all year, literally all year. Wow. Not season, this season.
Right.
4.
Wow.
Brother Gibson.
Yes, sir.
Going to close it out, wrap it up. Going to put you on the big screen as soon as I can pull up the information here. How can folks find you? Let me see. Where is it? How can we find Willy Gibson in all his social media platforms? Man. There we go. Right there. There we go.
I appreciate the opportunity. As always, as the crawl says, you can find me on Facebook at Will Knows. On Twitter, I'm still being a malcontent, so I'll say Twitter at Will Gibson 7. And And shout out to my big brother for pushing me. You will find here shortly the merchandise. I don't know if you guys can see it.
There we go. Yeah, put it up. Hold up a little bit higher. There it
Will
is.
Knows Podcast.
All right.
It's coming. It's coming. You'll have a site. We're partnering with the site Tifftown Creative to market our merchandise. So tifftowncreative.com. Our merchandise is not there yet, but they have some great inventory there you can check out. But the Will Knows Podcast merchandise and the Will Knows Podcast will be relaunching in 2024. So KG, appreciate the platform as always. Appreciate the opportunity. And we'll be seeing you on the Will Knows Podcast for sure.
Excellent. And I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. You can follow me on IG, TikTok, Threads, and Spoutable at Houston Roundball Review. Musk still the HR Review. Oh, I don't know about this, man. But he's calling it. He says the Wizards will have a worse record than the Pistons.
What's their record now?
They got 4 wins, I think. And one of those was over Detroit when Kyle Kuzma just made certain Pistons his
bad.
He did them wrong.
4-20. Yeah, they're 4-20.
Okay, A-Town, I hope so. As a Piston fan, as a lifelong, going on, wow, how long has it been? I was 14. It's 35 years, 37 years. I hope you're right. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're still not going to have going to plan or anything like that, which I didn't think they would anyway.
Can I say one more thing, Chris, before? One more spot you can find me next Sunday after the Browns win over the Texans at Max Corner. I'm just calling it, my bad. You will find me with AD. Yeah.
No. But is there a chance that game is flexed to Sunday night?
I don't know. No, Christmas Eve? No, because I think the Christmas Eve game is Kansas City. Oh, that's New Year's Eve. No, that's a great question. I used to have the rules up. Let's see.
So as of right now, the game is kickoff is what time next Sunday?
Noon Central, I believe.
Okay. So if it's still noon, you and AD you'll be on the Ad Max Corner with AD more available on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel as well.
You go.
Discussing a Texans victory over the Browns. Willy Gibson says differently. We shall see.
Hey, as big bro AJ Jones said, keep your phone on.
Oh, fair enough. I might have to chime in, during the show as the admin of the streaming platform and just say, can I talk to Mr. Gibson?
Keep your phone on. I'm just saying.
So, but yeah, right now, Denver, New England is a night game. So I don't believe. Well, that's kind of a dog game there. But
they would flex it. They would have it's less than 6 days at this point. They would have flexed it by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Browns, Texans is a better matchup, I think, than Denver, New England.
It is.
But more important, too. But anyway. Thank you, everybody. See how we had a wide range of discussion. Football, college, recruiting, Sydney Carter, the Caitlin Clark economy.
Yep. She signed a new NIL deal this week, too.
With Gatorade? With Gatorade, yep.
Yeah.
So kudos to her. You rates women's hoops. You rates men's hoops. TSU men's hoops got their first win today. Brillo. 79-78 over Howard in Vegas at the CP3 HBCU Classic. Howard big man had a layup opportunity. Layup right there at the rim. Great inbounds play and left it short.
Wow.
So TSU is now 1-8 this season, have their first home game of the season this Thursday versus Samford inside H&P Arena. I think tip is an early time, like at 6.
9 on the road to start the season?
Yeah, that's typical. Jackson State, I think, is like all their games are non-conference games on the road.
Wow.
Yep. All right, real quick, H-Town wants to know. Oh, yeah, let me go. I'm coming back to you, H-Town. Last night, TSU was up 18 also in Vegas, over NCA&T and lost.
Oh,
Up 18, the best player, point guard, P.J. Henry, got in foul trouble. So he sat down for most of the second half, but still 18-point lead against that zone defense. They just couldn't figure out how to attack it best, and they lost. So they bounced back with a win today, held on because they had a lead today against Howard and almost lost. But today they won.
wow.
H-Town, I got a lot of sources when it comes to women's basketball. Hughey's safe, man.
My tea.
He's safe, man.
He's over here drinking my tea, minding my business.
He's safe. Because I'll say this on record, because after the fact, it doesn't matter anymore. Last season, numerous colleagues of mine, numerous coaches.
Oh, more tea. Okay.
Contacted me. KG. Hughey's gone, right? He's gone after this season, right? He's gone, right? He's gone. As soon as I was told he was coming back for this season, those same coaches, Kris, you lying. I'm like, nope.
Wow.
I got a direct. Kris, you lying. Okay. He'll be back. And soon enough, like a day later, it was announced he was returning. There we go. One more time. Houston Cougars women's basketball lost today on the road to Washington State, 95-48. They're 8-2 this season with today's loss. Their 2 losses have been for a combined 72 points. Those 2 losses just happen to be the best team they played out of the 10 so far.
So, nah, I'm not going to say that. All right.
They play this Wednesday at home against Rice, I think 1 o'clock. They got to get that win. I'm waiting. I got to get that win for morale. Not even worried about in the locker room. The perception of the small fan base that they do have. They got to beat Rice because that'd be the third decent to good team they would have played. And if they lose that one, what are fans going to think once Big 12 play starts?
Right.
So, now wrapping it up. A-Town, thank you very much for chiming in on YouTube with the comments. Don't be a stranger to this show. FTS. Folks watching us on Twitter. First time this show is live stream on all 3 platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and Musk. Gotta keep saying Musk instead of that other one, formerly known as. But yes, this was episode 118 of Folks Talking Sports. I am KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Thank you to my man, Willy Gibson, for his time joining us, the insight he provides always. Next Sunday, he'll be with AD Moore on the Ad Next Corner talking about the Browns and Texans, available on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. So watch that. Subscribe to this channel. Click that bell so you can receive notifications of when that show will kick off at the corner. But follow me, Houston Roundball Review, on Threads, Spoutable, TikTok, Instagram, as well as on Musk at VHR Review. And in closing, the Houston Roundball Review been around since 1994. Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Peace.